I hear is this and that, and how I'm living. When you eating good is when niggas see your vision.
Welcome to the Council of Inflection
It's the high tide
episode number 3. It's your boy Cal, and I'm joined today by Dion, SP, Rory, and Q.
Squad.
What up,
Yo,
fellas?
what it do? You know, we still all the way live. Shout out to the 7-5.
Word. So, how y'all week been, or we just gonna go ahead and get started?
Man, I had a great week. Minus it being like minus 100 degrees up here because it snowed.
It's a little brick outside.
I'm telling you.
That too.
I mean,
Great
last
week,
time we formally
Tuesday.
talked was what, last Tuesday? So
Yeah,
7 days.
Yeah. The show in my week.
Oh, I mean, if this is formally, but we
I don't know, y'all.
There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood.
All right, cool.
But
So
anyway,
everybody good. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the NFL playoff results. So let's go ahead and start off with the Rams versus the Saints. How y'all feel about that game?
game over
hey,
now.
y'all Saints fans, y'all gotta let that hurt go, man. People been blowing calls for decades.
No, that was terrible. That was a terrible call, though.
I was.
Yeah. Man, it's other calls that been missed the whole game. I actually watched the game. Damn the refs in that last call. Granted, it was a key call, but I got a nice one place on the couch with the Saints, with the Cowboys, and the Redskins.
Hey, yo, why you gotta bring us into that?
And the Eagles, come on next to us.
And the
come on down.
But no, that was a terrible. That was a terrible call, man. Everybody saw that though.
But either way, yeah, by far. But we all in this chat, I didn't call.
I ain't call it like that.
At least I know I did.
I ain't call it like that.
I ain't call it like that.
What's up with your man, Cole Romy, whatever his name is, the DB? My man gonna actually tell in the interview, I did it. I thought they was gonna call it. He tripping.
He an honest man, then.
I mean, what did he really have to lose at that point, though?
He ain't tripping.
And then no takebacks at this point.
Yeah, the game was already won.
You right,
but then too, I don't know.
The game was already won.
What Michael Thomas posted some apparently some type of rule in the rule book that basically the commissioner can either basically redo a game or
he not doing that.
No, either redo the game or this is some weird shit. But,
that was in the Stone Age when they had like 9 teams.
But yeah, but it's still so is the whole point.
It is.
Hey, let me piggyback off that. Did y'all see where they have a lawyer in New Orleans? They suing the NFL.
Yeah, they class action lawsuit. That's crazy, right?
That's wild.
I mean, big whoop.
Hey,
they ain't
but piggybacking what
they about to lose that.
About
they about to lose that one.
It was something in that article that I read about it. They were talking about that's the outcome that they're looking to gain out of suing the league completely in this whole lawsuit. So I'm saying, I mean, obviously, I don't think that they're going to make them replay the game. But at the same time, that's they got to let that hurt go.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's too early, man. You can't let that hurt.
Hey, man,
you can't let
you
that
believe
hurt.
that? I got
the craziest thing I seen was a gambling site out in Vegas. They giving out vouchers to people that bet on the Saints so they can come back to the site. So they're not giving them their money back, but they giving them like a little betting voucher. But I mean, that's kind of like a fake consolation. So they giving you a voucher to come lose your money again.
That's crazy. Vegas even saying it's rigged at this point.
That's wild.
It ain't. I don't think it's rigged, man. I can't say that because officials, man, are humans.
I don't think it's rigged.
And I feel like a human can be tempted. Everybody got a price. It is.
Yeah, but it's more than one on the
That's
field.
an official.
So
it was two
I was about to say it was two of them
standing
right
there.
It was standing. But speaking on that game, man, I was kind of surprised Todd Gurley ain't really getting no touches like that. I know he had them drops early.
Nah, he been hurt.
I'm not
surprised
because you got to feed that hot hand.
Yeah, I don't know, like week 14, 15, somewhere in there like that.
Yeah, but he came out and said he won't he was back 100%, but he was flat. So he said C.J. Anderson deserved to get the rock at that game.
I think they pulled a New England.
C.J. Anderson ain't do much more than what he did, so it don't really make no difference.
He did, but I still think they pulled a New England, man. They lie.
Either way, they won.
They just ain't put him on an injury report.
Oh yeah,
so they can't come out and say he hurt.
Yeah, but he definitely hurt.
Because I just don't see you the second best back in the league behind Zeke, and you not touching the field in a NFC championship game.
He couldn't even say that with a straight
agree.
face.
We're not gonna let that shit slide. Ain't no way.
Ain't no
way.
Hey,
No
I'm
way.
gonna let it slide.
Okay,
You
all
said,
right,
ain't
you
no
right.
way.
You right. My bad.
Ain't
My
no
bad.
way.
My bad. Now check
It
it out.
don't.
Ain't
Yo,
no
who
way.
leads the league in
Who led
rushing
the
don't
league in
make you the
rushing
best
like-
running
who led
back.
the
It
league
just
in
means
rushing?
you have a-
You got
it just
definitely
means
a
you have
team
a great
sport here.
offensive line.
You're right. I was let me restate myself. I was mistaken. It's no way that you let the third best running back in
These
the
guys.
NFC East. I mean the NFC. Sorry, behind Zeke and Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? So he the third best. Hell, he might not even be the
You
best
want to
on
be
his team
if
no
you
more.
want to be real, if you want to talk about straight talent with running backs, if you want to say top three, Saquon might be the most talented.
Nah,
between him and Zeke.
Saquon is
I
way
agree.
better than Zeke. Zeke
He's
benefited
faster.
from.
His hands are better, more athletic.
Now y'all gotta be real. Now
And he's
Zeke
stronger.
isn't the best just athletically. Zeke benefits off of getting 25 carries and having amazing
Dog,
offensive lines.
I
Hey,
watched
Zeke-
this man his
Zeke-
whole college career. You talking to me like I don't know this guy?
Zeke,
Oh, that's right. You are a Florida State fan.
Hey, Zeke led
Whoa.
the Zeke.
Nah, I'm
Ooh.
just playing. I'm just playing.
I don't know if that makes you
Ooh.
for thinking that he went to Florida State. Or
Nah, I
saying-
just wanted to throw some shade in there.
Hey, Zeke
I
led the
don't
league in
like Ohio
fumbles.
State either.
Zeke led the league in fumbles this year too. Let's not forget that.
But the rest was missing calls, bro. They weren't really
Those
fumbles.
missing fumbles.
All right.
Back to the topic at hand. Man, look, back to the topic at
Hey,
hand.
go ahead, man.
Back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
The refs
But
missed that
hey,
call, man.
but here,
So ain't
hold
nobody
on.
worried about
No,
them
hear
damn
me out.
Zeke
Hear me out on
fumbles.
this.
We talking about the
What
Rams
they
and the
should have
Saints.
did initially, Sean Payton and them, they I think the first down they threw it, and then they tried
Yep.
to run on second down, and then they did that pass on third down.
Run the ball.
Yeah, all three times. The Rams had two timeouts. If they'd have ran the rock out the gate, they'd have easily
Third down would have been a different situation.
Yeah,
Hey,
not
but
even that. They would have still probably end up. They would have still
Ball
probably
game.
kicked the field goal.
I
But they
think
would have gave the Rams back the ball with less than a minute and no timeouts.
And but thing is, hindsight's 20/20.
Of course, yeah,
The refs still missed call.
yeah,
But
definitely.
But they missed a couple face masks on Jared Goff. But at the end of the day, me personally, I think the Saints was gonna win or should have won. But kind of moving forward to next week or the following week, the Rams are the better matchup to beat either team in the AFC.
Yeah, facts. I get
if
that.
they decide to play defense.
But see, to lead
Yeah.
back and they double teaming Aaron Donald. I'm convinced that Ndamukong Suh waited to the playoffs to start playing football.
Absolutely,
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Why not?
Till
He trying to get
till
that-
he came back to being
He
him.
He trying to get that money.
already.
He trying to get
Till
that
he
money.
turned back into that
Next
monster.
year.
Yeah,
Because you had 3 good playoff games, they're going to pay you next season. Because he signed a 1-year deal with the Rams, I believe.
Perfect example was BJ Raji. BJ
Yeah.
Raji.
Oh yeah, that's sorry.
Trash.
Summer
He had a
move.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna talk about BJ Raji. But yeah,
BJ Rogers.
Hey, man.
That man.
Did
He
he
is
quit
Steve
the
in the
game,
NFL, Kirk Cousins.
He
Chill.
had a
go
whole
ahead and
gun
just
when
sign
he
right
did
there.
that contract.
I need my money.
stole.
Hey, go ahead and sign right there real quick. We don't need no problems.
That's why.
But as far as that, I really honestly don't think we need to go over stats and stuff because game pretty much boiled down to overtime and those calls.
Yeah.
Even though you can't say one call made the game.
Yeah, because then too,
but-
hey, the Saints shouldn't have put themselves in a position to have to be like that.
Yeah, you got to win the game.
Yeah,
You got to win the game.
You gotta
But
win
at
the
the end of
game.
the
It should've
day,
never came
ain't
down
no
to
point in talking about stats. You already know what happened.
yeah.
Hey, can we give
But,
a quick shout out to the Rams special teams, though? That fake punt.
Oh, yeah.
When they was
Oh,
down,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was huge.
Pivotal.
And then my man hit a 100-yard field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, he was booting that bitch.
might have well been.
And that's the crazy thing
the
about it.
Zerline?
Yeah, Zerline. Booing them.
That was
And
the
that's
crazy
what I
thing
was
about
telling
it.
somebody. Oh, go ahead, Dion. What was you about to say?
It was Calvin, but that's cool.
Oh.
But no, the crazy
Wrong
thing about
person,
it,
that's
when you talk
Calvin.
about that fake punt, though, that
Deion
was
sipping his hot toddy.
literally the only thing that the Rams did in the second quarter.
Yeah.
They could not move the ball.
Yeah,
That was
it's
the
true.
only
Yeah.
thing that they did in the second quarter. So
They
that pretty
cheating
much-
because he a high school quarterback, bro. He throw the ball too good to be a punter.
No,
Hey,
they
most
said
punters are the emergency quarterback.
They say he played quarterback.
He did.
Yeah.
He was a legit quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, most kickers are emergency quarterbacks, though.
Yeah, you're right. They always keep one, except Dallas. We probably don't think that far ahead. Sorry.
Jared don't need all that.
I had a
don't.
moment. My bad.
We
Go
don't.
ahead.
We don't.
But what you saying, SP?
He forgot. Say what now?
I said,
Oh,
well,
here
we
you
don't
go.
know.
He
Nah,
don't know.
but
Here
As far
he
as
go.
The
the
wireless
Rams-
headphones.
Hey, go ahead,
Hey,
SP.
man,
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
got wired headphones on, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you can hear us this week.
Go ahead.
Shout out to the Chinese company that made these wired headphones.
Oh, we're gonna get to that later.
Wow.
We gonna get to that.
But the Rams,
Wow.
that was a
That's
real
crazy.
pivotal moment in that game on that fake punt. That's all I was pretty much gonna say.
Yeah, they could not move the ball that drive, and that pretty much sparked it right before halftime.
Hey, it's a game because ain't nobody rushed the ball like nothing crazy. Breeze and Golf won't throw on the rock like nothing crazy. So it was a defensive game.
Yeah. They shut Michael Thomas down too.
Yeah, I mean
Absolutely.
they shut him
Now
down.
he had some clutch catches though.
Yeah,
He did, but compared to what he usually doing, especially the first time they played, he went 14 for 220.
yeah.
And what this week, I don't even know
30.
what he had.
34 for 36.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
see?
Wade ain't no joke now.
Nah, Wade that deal now.
Yeah,
Wade is that deal.
this is true.
Back to the Cowboys, y'all know we fired him.
Man, we not talking
Listen,
another. We can talk
yeah.
about them next week. We ain't talking
And,
about.
to,
Alright.
and
We talking about teams that's
moving
still
on
playing.
and moving on to the Kansas City New England. I mean Kansas City New England game.
All I want to say is fuck Tom Brady,
Damn.
fuck the Super Bowl.
Damn. That's
Patriots.
tough.
That's just
But
Bill
Tom-
Belichick, you cool.
But
All right.
Bill's the
dang.
Bill Belichick cool after all. Time out. Bill Belichick cool, but
Exactly,
all
but
of them,
he
you
doesn't
crazy.
get
If
the
it
credit,
weren't for them,
y'all.
they wouldn't
Nah,
have
Bill-
Tom Brady.
no, don't say y'all, say them.
Say
Them.
no. Say
The
random
majority.
people. Say random people.
make Tom Brady, just like the memes, they make Tom Brady Jesus.
Random people.
So
Yeah.
Hey, have y'all seen his Instagram lately though? Whoever running his social media is going crazy.
no, I don't.
Last week
I probably got it blocked.
they had
I
the
could
mini
definitely
Nah, I
man.
believe
ain't
that.
peep.
They had mini man 50 Cent playing in the background while he was working out. And then this week, leaving the arena, they said the bad boys for life jump. We ain't
Oh.
going
So what you're saying is
nowhere.
they stuck in about 0102.
I mean, listen,
it fit-
right
it
now,
fit, though.
he the hottest quarterback in football right now.
This is true.
My man threw
Anywho.
for 340 yards in freezing temperatures.
That's a good point. He is about corny.
Oh, he lame now.
Yeah, well,
He
ain't
lame.
nobody ever say he was cool.
No. No.
Patriots fan probably think he's the coolest dude in the world.
There's one person that thinks he's cool.
Who?
There's one person that thinks he's cool. Number 4.
Hey,
But that's
Who
for
you
another
talking
topic.
about?
That's
chill.
for another subject.
Oh, my bad. All right, my bad. My mama told me
Chill.
stop acting like that. I'm sorry. My bad.
I mean, so we're going to discuss the game or?
Oh, yeah, let's get to that, man. The Patriots did what they do. They ran the ball effectively, and then
Sony
the
was over
Chiefs
100
defense. Yeah, Sony went over 100. He had 29 carries, 2 touchdowns. But, I mean, Brady was 30 for 46 for 348. Minus that one bad throw on the one, the Patriots really should have blew the Chiefs out. If he'd have scored down there, up 7-0 on the one, and go up 14-0, I don't think the Chiefs had nothing for him.
All right, so somebody definitely watching some videos.
Come
SP
on,
doing
SP.
SP doing arobics, man.
Actually,
It wasn't me.
It had to
Nah,
be SP.
that was me. Something started playing.
Alright.
Something started playing on the side of my ESPN, John.
That's what I'm telling you.
He in there watching
SP
SWAT videos
Global
and
Fitness
whatnot.
workout.
But nah,
Getting ready for his lifting
Up
meet.
1, up 2.
all right now. It doesn't go anything like that. But as far as for that, I mean, go ahead.
Mahomes played pretty well though, man.
No, he didn't, bro.
You don't think so?
What? Hey,
He was
just like last
16
week.
for 31 for 295. All right, yes, he had big numbers late here and there, but he got sacked 4 times. But he
can't
wasn't.
control that.
He wasn't.
Right.
That's not his fault.
That ain't his fault.
But he didn't play the game.
But he ain't blocking.
that
He
he's
throwing.
usually played. He
That's
set
2
the
weeks in a
bar.
row.
He set the bar really high for himself in the regular season.
Which is
So
true.
granted, the playoffs, it's a little different. Eyes are all on
It's
you.
a
It's
lot
all
different.
focused. But he's got to play better. I can't
that's
say
2
he
weeks in a
played
row, though.
decent. That's 2. He's a rookie.
I think
I mean,
in this
No, he's not.
He
Nah.
played one game. He played one game his first year. He's a
Hey,
rookie.
nah.
in this situation, man,
All the time matters.
you gotta look at it like this. You gotta give the credit to Bill Belichick more or less than you can discredit Mahomes. Because
True.
Bill Belichick, I mean, that game plan that he ran on them as far as running zero, in the scenarios that he was running them in on those crucial third downs. I mean,
Hey, it covers zero.
Tip
In
my
case
hat.
y'all don't know,
I
cover
was just gonna
zero
say
mean
that.
they going man across the board. I got you and I got you, and we running. And that's pretty
Mano y
impressive
mano.
with Tyreek Hill
Definitely.
and Kelsey,
Yeah.
because them two alone hard to match up, and Sammy Watkins ain't no slouch, so that's
the thing-
impressive.
The thing about that though, to run man with those type of players on the outside, or even with the tight end, it really could benefit your defense if you get into the quarterback. Like you said, they get sacked 4
They
times.
got 4.
So if you get the hands on them,
Yeah.
they're not getting open within the first 3 yards.
No,
first
they're not.
5 yards.
Nope.
So
He got
It was up
sacked
there.
for
I
it.
seen it during the game. It said at least 10 or 12.
Yeah. So the sacks are wonderful, but just even just
at least you
him
can
and putting hands on him.
At least you
period,
can put hands on him though, because you can't
changes
touch
how
Brady.
he throwing
The
the
thing
ball.
that was you can't. Hey, before you
Heck
get on
no!
Brady,
Crazy.
before
My
you get on
God!
Brady,
Did y'all see
let's
that
give
BS
Belichick some more
call?
credit.
Oh,
Belichick always finds a way to scheme up things. Most people don't watch it, but if you watch the defensive line and the pass rush and the O-line, they were running stunts up front all game. I mean, stunting from the linebacker going to the defensive end outside the box. But the most impressive to me was they kept Mahomes in the pocket.
okay, cool. But did you see that BS call? Bump that back to Brady. Did you see that call? Brady get everything. It's no way that's roughing the pass. The man
He
arm
slightly
touched the man's
grazed his
shoulder
face
pad.
mask.
The ref
There's
was
no way
behind
in the
him,
world.
huh? No? All right.
It's
He
more than one
couldn't
ref.
see the call. Nah, they moved the ref out the box. So them
It
two
don't
refs
matter.
behind Brady. He not in front of him no more.
Brady
Either way,
Brady overthrew a pass.
it's
somebody
not
was there.
roughing the
He must have
passer.
touched him. That's what that came down to.
The thing of it is, we see a lot of angles because we got cameras and stuff. The refs can't see that.
No.
They got one set of
He
eyes,
just
and
saw-
they see what they see. If they didn't show us 14 different camera angles, we wouldn't see it either.
But at the same time,
Accurate
it seems like they're
perspective.
making judgment calls. They're making judgment calls. Oh,
They
Brady
did.
overthrew that.
They
got hit
made
in
a
the face.
judgment call.
He had to get hit. Come on now. Go ahead.
I hope you got the bleep button because I'm about to say it and I don't give a damn who cares. Nigga, get off his dick. It don't matter, man. 14 camera angles or not. Tom
That's
Brady-
true. But
It's the NFL, man. It's a passing league. You can't touch the quarterback. It
Period.
is what it
they
is.
protect who
I
they
think
protect.
I
who
think
they
they're
protect.
gonna touch his ass next week.
Oh yeah, he gonna listen.
Oh no, Sue gonna get thrown out the game.
Sue gonna get ejected. Aaron Donald gonna get 2 personal fouls. It's just what it's gonna be. They're gonna have to overcome that to win. That's gonna make it impressive.
They're gonna run a corner blitz and Talib gonna hit him. And they're gonna say he's like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
they're gonna find a reason to get somebody kicked out of that game.
Hey, but I don't know though. The Patriots O-line pretty good. For them to have a bunch of undrafted guys,
Yeah, they good, though.
just
They
late
really
round
good.
picks. They do a pretty good job up front.
It's
And
good coaching, man. They in the
Brady,
NFL.
yeah, and
Right.
Brady you're right. But Brady get the ball out too. He ain't holding on to
Right.
the ball too much longer than 3-4 seconds.
But they call
Right.
the
Yeah,
plays
that's
for
the
that,
Belichick
though.
way.
That's the point. That's the point. They know Belichick knows his line is subpar. So let me hurry up and get the ball out my man's hands so he can not touch the ground. Period. They
isn't
call
that
him
what
the
you're
5
supposed
and 3 to 5 yard
100%.
dump.
That's football.
Yeah.
Once
They
again,
just-
we're giving
they-
Brady. I mean, once again, we're giving Belichick credit. So that's
I gave the O-line credit, and y'all kind of said it was about Brady, but I ain't going.
It's about Belichick, but
Man,
No, you need to.
you right.
It's
Who
about
y'all got?
Belichick. Give
Who
him
y'all
the
got
credit.
next week though? Well,
Damn the
two.
O-line.
Rams, Patriots. Take your. I'm about to say.
I'm
that's a
taking the
biased
Rams
one.
just off my hate for Tom
I'm
Brady.
bringing the Rams.
So we already know the question is between me, you, Rory, and SP because we already know who Kyle and Dion going with.
Yeah.
Anybody but Brady.
I-
ABB.
So this is I'll take it. I'll take this one. My thought process is I would like the Rams to win from a football aspect, just because Sean McVay is young. Their offense is explosive. I like Todd Gurley and all them boys,
But you a dynasty kind of person. You kind of
but I
let the
just
team
don't.
win
But
for
I
years
just don't
and years
think
and
you
years
can
type
bet
of stuff.
against Brady.
Yeah.
I just if I'm a gambling man, which I'm not, but if I was, I wouldn't put my money on the table against Brady and Bill. You give Belichick 2 weeks to prepare against anybody, and I think the defense gonna make enough plays.
Hey, but if you listen back to the last episode,
what happened last year then?
They took
You said what happened last year?
Brady dropped.
Brady didn't show up. Yeah, Brady didn't show up. That was Brady.
But
the defense played good.
Brady dropped the
Stopping.
pass.
They played solid.
How many
They
points
gave
did
up
the
a
Eagles
lot.
score?
It's just Tom Brady dropped
But
the
if
pass.
you
That's all
listen
that
back
was.
though to the last episode, it kind of says the same thing as this week. If you're gonna beat the Patriots, you gotta blow them out. You're not gonna win close.
Yeah.
It's too much going on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely.
I ain't no
is too much
conspiracy
going
theorist
on.
or anything, but if you're not up 2 scores late, you might not win.
They make you pay.
The story sells.
I don't
You
know.
still
Even
might
if
not.
you is up 2 scores, the Falcons. The Falcons.
Well, no, the
got
Falcons,
the big-
like,
Poor
that's
Atlanta.
just Matt Ryan.
Nah, I was about
being
to say that was
quarterback.
Matty Ice there.
You gotta take the reins. You gotta say, you know what? I don't care what you call it. We about to run the rock. What you gonna do? Fire me in the middle of the game? Come on now.
See, it's closer.
How long you been playing quarterback?
Hey, I'm going with.
Hey. He's wearing red.
Hey,
and white.
Hey, chill.
Please don't bring.
Sorry to all my Crabbers
like
fans
that.
out
Yeah,
there.
that's tough, bro. That's
We
tough.
just got over that, man.
Sorry
That's
to all my
tough.
Crabbers fans. Sorry to
it's
all
been
my
10
Crabbers
years. We
fans.
just got
Sorry
over
to
I
all my
still ain't
Crabbers
over that, man.
fans.
Somebody brought that joint up to me the other day.
That's tough business right there.
He said this man were wearing away.
Man,
Hey,
Sorry
can
to my
we
Crabbers
move
fans.
on?
Like-
I'm done with football.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I got the Patriots.
Moving on,
only
moving
solely
on.
because I want to see everybody else pissed off.
That's because you got to shave your beard.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
He ain't got no
Shave your
beard.
All
Guys
right.
that wear hats and mustaches always root for the Patriots.
Looking like all duty cops.
Okay, that's good. Next topic.
Oh.
All right.
All right, so we about
Sherlock
to go to Big Soulja, Big Draco, Soulja Boy.
Drake.
My first name is Dre.
So you
and
put
my
that
middle name is
together,
Cortez.
you get
Draco.
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 You just got
Yo,
that.
Charlamagne was hyping, yo.
Oh,
Charlamagne was like that dude. You know how
Yeah,
you
he
had that
was.
one song kid that you always hype? Charlamagne was doing that with Soulja Boy. Like, whatever he said, you hype.
Yo, Charlamagne. Speaking before we even getting on to the nitty gritty on Soulja Boy, I big up Soulja Boy on that. When the interview first started, Charlamagne was throwing all kinds of shots at Soulja Boy, talking about he was sniffing coke and his video games and his Apple Watch is bootleg and all this other crap. Or not Apple Watch, it's Soulja Watch. It's all bootleg and all this other crap. Soulja Boy ain't paid no real attention, but soon as Charlamagne said he had a book, the first thing Soulja Boy said was, "My man, I need a copy of that so I can check that out." He ain't knocked nothing, but Soulja Boy has grown up in far as
I
growing
think he was just
aspects, far
hot
as
and
being
he
a
finally
person.
heard what you said.
No, I don't think he was hot.
But
I don't
I mean,
think he
that's
was
just
hot.
my
That
opinion.
boy being real.
I don't
No,
think he was
know what
not
he doing,
hot.
man. He know what he doing, man. He's
Yeah.
marketing right now, man.
He trying to sell some product. That's it.
All right, so we want to jump into the products. So,
Huh.
so what we want to start, man? We want to talk about his business acumen, and you know he's been a businessman for a while. So, remember back in the day when they had the Yums? I don't know, none of us didn't have that, but you know they had the Yums, so he had like a shoe back in the day. Well,
Yeah.
you don't
Them the
remember
shoes.
Soulja
That
Boy?
was
had
the
a
shoe.
What is the Yums?
They
I never
they
seen
ain't
it.
sell them at Peddler, so we won't really
No,
touch on that.
It was
But
during
yeah,
the baby.
shout
It was
out to
during
the
the baby era.
75.
Yeah, when everything looked like pretty much a knockoff.
Air Force
Fed
One.
Head is what we call them, but Air Force
Yeah.
One, everything.
I remember the
But yeah,
baby.
Soulja
They
Boy.
came
I
out.
remember no
Yeah,
Yums.
he had his own shoe back in the day. But now you kind of move like to now where he got his whole website. He's selling all these electronics, and it's crazy because I want to know what y'all think about it first because I got a lot of things I want to say. So I know it's gonna probably be different opinions just off our personalities. So y'all can go one by one and say how y'all feel about what's going on in the business side of things. But
Hey, before we get into that, who keeps sliding around on the mic?
it's probably Roy's beard.
Makes
I'm not
sense.
even touching the beard. I might.
Somebody just
I
keep
don't
rubbing
know.
up against the mic. It's going crazy. But all right. Don't worry about that. I'm just trying to figure it out because it's quiet now because everybody paying attention.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
SP.
that's that mustache and no beard right there.
I'm telling
That
you.
investigation skill.
Nigga can smell somebody.
Y'all some funny.
Sherlock. Hey, make sure you use the beep on that
I'm
one.
gonna emphasize that one too.
Detective Dan having ass.
But no, who gonna go ahead and start off with that?
Man, I don't really pay too much attention to Soulja Boy, but I did have to go do some research once he was on the Breakfast Club, and I had to go look up this Soulja game, man. I thought it was pretty cool to create a game like that. It's not really. It looked like a Nintendo for real or a Sega handheld game, but I just thought it was cool. He created his own game. Like, who thinks of that?
Okay.
Nobody just goes out their way and just says, "I want to create my own video game." Like,
You will learn in a few. All right.
Teach me. That's why I said I'm here to learn. I want to see what's up.
We're gonna talk about it.
But I mean, I rock with it, but I don't rock with it at the same time. The reason I rock with it is because a young black dude has created, like Roy just said, his own video game. I don't rock with it because I ain't about to spend all this bread on the game my kids ain't gonna play 2 weeks after Christmas. I got to get something my kid. Look, man, y'all think I'm playing, man. I got to get something my kids going to play with their friends along the whole time. I'm not spending I ain't spending $300-$400 on the game system for them to stop playing, talking about something. Oh, he ain't got the Soulja Boy game, but he got the 2K19 on 360. Guess what I'm gonna get? The 2K19 on 360 or 360, Xbox One,
That's
Nintendo
you
Switch,
give
and
your
PS4.
to the man.
We got all them in the free.
Sorry. All right, sorry.
Hey.
Sorry.
No. Hey, Dion, chill.
Hey,
Dion, chill.
Stop.
Trigger.
We about to end this right now. Drop the bomb. Drop this bomb.
Yes.
Stop.
That's why you need to. That's why you need to insert my drop.
No.
Hey,
go
but
ahead,
hey,
man.
Kyle, this seems like it's your segment, so you go ahead and drop what you got, bro.
Yeah, talk to us.
No, SP, what you got, SP?
You really want to know?
Of course.
Nope.
All
right, I'll go ahead and put mine. I'll put mine.
Yeah,
out,
we want to know.
Go from there, because y'all both saying some things where we just got to kind of fact check a couple things, right?
Man,
so
Please do.
y'all know I'm like the game head, right? Like I'm the techie guy, right? So when y'all saying he created something, no, he did not create anything. So if you want to just talk about the actual aspect of the game before we even get deep into what he's doing business wise, for one, like Dion said, I bang with it as far as a black man out here getting money. But the other side of me as a consumer, I don't bang with it. For one, the game system is not actually a game system. It's an emulator. And that's basically downloaded games from other companies. So basically, in a sense, it's like an app with 800 plus games. Like the gaming system, like the actual Soulja, what is it called? The actual box thingy with the Soulja system. That right there is, he's selling it for $150. It has 800 plus games on it, right? But as far as for that, when you talk about like the look of it, for one, it looks like an Xbox One. Copyright infringement on Xbox or Microsoft on that one, right? Then when we talk about the actual specs of the game, you got 800 plus games, which he says is licensed. But why would Nintendo hit you up if your games are licensed? So you got to think about that one, right?
Good point.
Also, the handheld game looks like a Nintendo, like a Game Boy Advance or something like that. That has 3,000 games on it, right? You think he
3,000 games?
3,000 games. So once again, it's 3,000 games. Once again, he said license.
Time out. Who can name 10 different type of games right now?
Mad,
but these are all retro games.
These
are all retro games, though. He gonna say Madden every year. These are all basically like retro systems, like retro games where you can play like Mario and all those things like that. So when I talk about like the tech side of things, he's packaging that handheld for what $60 or $100, and then the gaming system for the TV for $150. Now, when we talk about the business side of that, okay, he's selling it for that, but those same products, and this is where everything gets messed up. For one, his name's not on it. He's not branding these things. He's not saying, okay, yeah, we about to make this a Soulja game. We about to make this a Soulja handheld. He's saying it, but when you get the package, it doesn't have it. You can go on YouTube. You can just Google it. Anybody who bought that system, it says whoever the manufacturer is, right? Mm-hmm. You go to the manufacturer's website, that game is half off.
Dang.
So he's selling it to you for $150. You can get the game system for $80.
So basically, he came up with the idea of, hey, let's put all this stuff together. Well, not even came up with the idea because it's been out there.
He's finessing. He's literally
finessing. Yeah.
He's literally saying, hey, you got that game system right there. Let's do business. Let me get some. Let me buy some in bulk. Let me go. And that's why people are not getting their stuff, because he bought it in bulk, not expecting it to be a lot of sales. So he upsells it. Just like the same thing, he has like the Soulja Pods, like the AirPods.
Yeah.
And he got all those other things. Go to his website, like the Soulja Bot, all those things. These are all products from other companies that he's doubling the price so he can make a profit on.
So you telling me Big Draco is the local Jordan seller?
He is. He's finessing.
He paying $190 for the shoe, and he telling you got to pay $300 for it. But if you just get up and go to the store, you gonna pay $190 plus tax.
Dang.
No,
Sound like your
whoa,
plug. You gonna
tell us about.
whoa.
Sound like your
But
plug,
that's
though.
basically like the
You got
on the
some
business.
limits here? Jesus Christ.
No, but seriously though.
You gotta
No, ain't no
chill.
limits because you
Let
left
me-
us hanging. Go
For
ahead,
real.
Calvin.
Hold on, let me finish real quick, SP.
Okay.
I got another thing to just add one quick thing. So when we talk about the also the Soulja Watch, right? It's basically an Apple Watch, but it's like when we say, well, I don't want to say bootleg because it's an actual product, but it's a low budget Apple Watch. The one product that I saw that actually was decent and everyone had good reviews on it was a Soulja phone. But once again, his name's not on it. It's $300. It's literally a big name Chinese company in a company in China that's like known for it. It's kind of like HTC or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He got a phone.
I didn't know he had a phone,
He's not
too.
promoting
He
it, but he has a phone. And everybody says great quality, nice speaker, all those things. Like the phone is like the best product from what I saw. Everybody gave reviews. The camera's actually, they said the camera's actually decent. It's decent, but it's nothing compared to the iPhone X. Like everybody I saw that had it, that was reviewing it, they had iPhones too. So when you want to talk about like, for me, I bang with it in the sense of, okay, well he's making money, but as a consumer, when I found out I can literally go to the manufacturer's website or AliExpress and get half off, you're not even hiding it. And then when everybody starts getting their product, if they do get it, don't even have your name on it. So it's like, yo, you're really up here upselling and just out here shipping stuff out. So as far as for that, and then another thing that's big on me, the same reason why I always tell y'all I don't use Cash App. Like Cash App, I don't know who your customer support is. I can't call you and figure it out. With Soulja Boy.
That's because your bank account too big.
Yeah, chill out. So with Soulja Boy,
us regular people,
Ballin'.
we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving on.
Ballin'.
So with Soulja Boy though, like literally, this is the funniest thing I found out about all the research I was doing. If you email support, like the support, that junk goes to his Beats email. He's a producer, so the same email he's sending people out with beats, you go in souljaboybeats@gmail.com. And this is customer support. Like, where's my shipping? But it goes to Soulja Boy Beats. And then for the gaming system for technical support, that junk goes to his Facebook Messenger. So it's like, yo, he's out here finessing everybody.
Hey, sound like a hell of a scammer.
Hey,
I ain't
getting that bread.
Hey,
my man.
if he can get away with it, I don't blame him.
Doing something right.
Yeah,
30 mil.
Oh, to you that's not a lot.
Hey.
I forgot. Forgot who I was talking to.
Let's go in and close up SP.
Let me hip you out the game, man. on this man's hustle right now.
hip you out the game.
And let me start off with that. I'm gonna respect Soulja Boy off the strength of, we can't forget that he did come out with those hits, Crank That. Everybody was out here saying it. People can't front like he won't like that.
Yeah.
Like he ain't sell a million ringtones.
He went diamond.
Phone,
he
Okay.
Well, what that got to do with the game?
Since you want to
Let me
ask
talk
me,
to y'all.
have you ever heard of drop shipping?
Educators.
Okay. No.
So basically, what drop shipping is piggybacking off Cal was saying, you find a manufacturer in, say, for instance, China, a country that does a lot of manufacturing. You find a manufacturer in China selling a certain good, whether that be a watch, whether that be tights, whether that be a game console, and you buy it from them in bulk. And what you do is you mark it up and you rebrand it and you sell it either in America or on the internet. That's what drop shipping is. It's honestly a really popular business model. If you do,
hey, by far. No, I actually, now that you explain it in that manner, I do know what it is because I know people in the barber
So
industry.
y'all lying to y'all customers too?
That's crazy.
It's crazy out here.
Essentially, with drop shipping,
essentially,
the biggest hurdle as far as being successful with that business model is the clout that your brand has. So, for instance, a guy like Soulja Boy, who, obviously he has a strong brand. Don't get me wrong, he does some wild, I can't explain it,
outlandish.
He fights over FaceTime.
Things
that's the crack talking, man.
Come on, man. Don't come at Big Draco. Don't come at Big Draco like that.
My bad. He from Boston.
But
before we get started.
But at the same time,
Boy from Chicago.
at the same time, like I said, I can't respect it.
He from Atlanta.
If it weren't for the selling a million ringtones and all of that, he wouldn't have the brand that has the clout that allows him to do what he's doing with that drop shipping, with the game console and the handheld and the phone. And, bruh, we could honestly do what he's doing right now.
Yo, you know what's crazy? People do that with brushes. I know a couple people in the barber industry that buy brushes, like he said, wholesale. Have people on the 360 waves right now. They buy the same old brushes that's in the local beauty supply store and put whatever barber tag they want to on it. Then all of a sudden, it's this person's barber brush.
That sounds like what
sell out of these things.
Brush
they just throw the Supreme.
Because them Jones definitely ain't.
Well, they buy a 5-pack. They buy a 5-pack for 15 and put Supreme on them and sell them for 50.
But the thing is, though, here's the key thing. Here's some gilding that where everybody's saying, though, everybody's saying they're putting their logo on it. They're putting their name on it.
Oh, he's not.
He's not. His box, like if y'all saw the clip when he was on Everyday Struggle, Academics was like, yo, why your name ain't on it? He was like, no, it's a prototype. But go to YouTube and look at all the reviews. Same box. Name not on it. Name's nowhere to be found. He's not rebranding. He's literally just like doing half the work.
No, I think he's doing that for legality concerns, though, to be honest with you. Because he's still marketing it or branding it in a sense because it's on his website, which, by the way,
he's
probably using a Shopify website.
It is,
but he created a GoDaddy website.
No, it's on Shopify, but his consoles are actually removed though. After Nintendo hit him up, they removed it. He was saying, "Oh no, man, some dude I used to work with, they used to work for me, man. He hacked it, man. He on some crazy stuff, man. We about to put the second system up there." Then he said, "Oh yeah, he's about to do the Soulja console too." And then here's the thing though, I ain't even trying to clown him. He was like, "Yeah, man, we about to get we about to get Fortnite up there." So the next day, Fortnite was like, "Nah, bro, we're not gonna be up there." I don't know what you're talking about. So he's out here once again selling those promises and everything, but which I respect because at the end of the day, he's a businessman doing business. But
that sounds like Donald Trump.
Y'all know what's crazy?
Wow.
Yeah, y'all know what's crazy? Well, it sound like him. Those who didn't know who number 45 was earlier when I was talking about, there you go. But anyways, what's crazy about Soulja Boy? We sitting here laughing at him now, but remember back in the day when SP said he came out with the "you" and all that other stuff, everybody was laughing at him, but he really paved the way.
He has all.
He changed the entire game from the gangster rap to what it is now.
Yeah.
No, it was snapping rap at that point.
No, like before him, it was 50 and all of them was rocking.
Well, no, he came out in the snap era, so he came out like right in the middle of the snap era.
He
wasn't the first one. He wasn't the first one.
Like he's the one that made it.
He was the biggest one.
However, he put it on the platform.
Yeah,
he put it on the platform.
Like lean with it, rock with it, snappy fingers, and all that crunk. All of that was kind of starting to bubble up at that point. He just kind of rode that wave. So I can't give him the credit to change it from gangster rap, but he was a big part of that though.
He made the internet what it is though.
But he put it on the platform to put the internet rappers what they are now. Without him, first off, I credit Soulja Boy to make YouTube what it is now, in my opinion. Because I ain't never go on YouTube unless it was to look at the Crank That video. Back then.
That's why you hit the double hairline.
You want savory, boy.
The Crank That Batman and all that stuff. He changed everything dealing with music though, and all the way up until now, like people like Chief wouldn't even came out if it wasn't Soulja Boy because he was purely an internet rapper and on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, I give him all the credit when it comes to the music thing, but as far as like the business and everything he's doing, a little shiesty. I mean, I respect it, but it's not my type of business. I'm going to definitely go to AliExpress and buy the system before I go to his website.
I was just about to say, speaking of which, just to put our listeners on, if you feel like you strong enough with your brand and your hustle, just hit up AliExpress or Alibaba. That's how you get those.
Why ain't shipping,
Alibaba.
I ain't shipping through Africa.
And the 40 Ps
through Africa though. Chill, man. That definitely sounds like some Southeastern Asian stuff right there.
Too far.
All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about NCAA quarterbacks. So after a lot of reviews of our last podcast, a lot of people like when we talked about our own college experiences and our struggles with the NCAA. So I guess we're gonna, talk about this because it kind of falls into what we were talking about how the NCAA runs whatever they want to run. So Alabama's backup quarterback, Jalen Hurts. If y'all don't know, he transferred to Oklahoma after Oklahoma told that their quarterbacks, they weren't taking transfers. Guy named Austin Kendall was the backup last year to the Heisman winner. He said, hey, you know what? I want to transfer. I want to go to West Virginia. They initially blocked it. But what happened, Roy?
They finally decided to let the young man leave and go to West Virginia.
And then what happened?
Then Jalen Hurts decided to transfer.
Oh, no, I was talking about that. I was talking about they actually let him play. Because you know how?
Oh, yeah.
Because the NCAA
my bad,
could literally say, okay, well, I don't want you to transfer. Or they can say, you know what? I'm going to let you transfer. But guess what? I'm going to take that year away. You can't play. So as far as for that, they developed the news before we even kind of started. They let him do it. So I want to talk about two other quarterbacks, which is kind of like a little spicy situation.
This guy said spicy.
I did say spicy because one of those guys was being very spicy.
Wow.
So
I know who was spicy.
So we got two quarterbacks here, right? We got Tate Martell, who's the backup quarterback at Ohio State, and then we have Justin Fields, who's the backup quarterback at Georgia. So little backstory between where this beef is coming from. So Justin Fields last year the year before last wasn't really highly touted coming, as from his junior to his senior year. He was a 3-star recruit. Then he ended up being a 5-star recruit by the end of the season. Number one recruit overall, dual quarterback, number one overall, period. Recruit. So it's this show called QB Number One, right? And Tate Martell was on that show 2 years ago. And also the quarterback from Georgia currently was on the show. So Justin Fields ended up going to Georgia thinking, hey, you know what? I'm a great athlete. I'm going to be able to take over the spot. We all know the story there. It didn't happen. So Tate Martell gets a wind of Justin Fields talking about transferring to Ohio State. The man turns to Twitter fingers. So he's taking a whole bunch of subtweets talking about don't shoot your shot twice and miss, doing all this, all that, right? So it comes out after the season. Justin Fields says, you know what? I'm going to transfer to Ohio State. Literally the next day, Tate Martell enters the transfer portal, start taking tours, and end up going to Miami. Now, the reason why I mentioned the whole Twitter thing is because this whole time during the bowl season, both teams had a bowl game. Tate Martell, everyone thinking Haskins leaving. They're like, okay, Haskins leaving next year. If he leaves, do you think you're going to start? He's popping off talking about, yeah, who's going to come in? Nobody's going to come in. I've been here for 2 years. This is my job. Nobody can take it. But then he ran. So my thing is, how do y'all feel about the situation, one, with NCAA, as far as what they can do as far as controlling players and when they can play, when they can't play? And also, how do y'all feel about that little kerfuffle?
The little what? The what?
Kerfuffle.
The little what?
Wow. I was trying to think of a weird word because it's really not a beef because Ohio State and Miami is not going to play unless it's a bowl game and they're quarterback, so it really don't mean nothing. And I respect Justin Fields for not really talking.
Brought the vernacular out today.
Yeah, kerfuffle. And Tate Martell, he's the thing is, I'm not even gonna get into that because we don't even talk about Tate Martell. But how do y'all feel about that whole situation?
Man, I take this one over. I think the NCAA is
trash.
Trash. Like, yeah, coaches leave year after year. They don't have any commitment to the program. Tate Martell, that situation. I'll get back to it. Let me start with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts should have been left.
Yep.
He stayed behind to Tua Tagovailoa, you know what I'm saying? And
Tua Tuscaloosa.
Nick won't gonna let him leave, but I think Lincoln Riley trash too now. I was high on Lincoln Riley these last 2 years as an offensive coordinator. But when I read this story about him not letting the kid transfer after he lets Jalen Hurts transfer in, Now I get it. Playing football still is competition's cool. You're supposed to think you the best and this and that. But when you're not under contract and you're not getting paid, don't nobody want to sit the bench and they not making no money.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. Especially when I got 2 years.
When you got 2 years, and as a college athlete, yeah, we all developing and training for life after sports. The Second Phase Foundation is coming, by the way, just in case you know.
Little plug.
Little plug. So y'all go see some stuff about that popping off. But your goal is to play professionally. You can't do that unless you're on the field or you go to Alabama or you're a backup quarterback at USC. Other than that, you got to play football and to show the scouts that you can play football. So coaches saying that guys can't transfer are trash. Now, Tate Martell, I think he's he got a little dink on his resume now because you can't talk that big boy stuff and then somebody transfer in and you go running. Granted, I don't think Justin Fields is a better quarterback than him.
What?
But
In my best Steve Harvey voice.
Nah, I think Tate Martell could be decent. Yeah. But the thing is,
with
Tate
the H
Martell is a mobile quarterback. Heck, Justin Fields is a mobile quarterback. But at the same time, the new Ohio State coach was Ryan Day.
Yeah.
He liked pocket passers.
No, he's been running the offense though.
He's
been the OC. So,
but that's what I'm saying. Dwayne Haskins has changed Ohio State's quarterback outlook. They gonna want somebody to sit in there and sling that rock now.
JT Barrett did the same thing.
Exactly.
That's the point he's trying to make.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is,
Martell should have never been there from the jump. That ain't his type of system. He's not no pocket passer from the little clips I saw.
So you're saying Tate Martell is not better than Justin Fields? Did you say that, or do you say the other way around?
Other way around.
I'm saying the other way around.
Okay, that's why I got offended because Justin Fields is way better passer.
But, yeah, Justin Fields got a better arm. I don't think Tate Martell is going to be the better fit staying in Ohio State. So if Justin Fields comes in and they matching up, he really not going to he ran for a reason, but it just looks bad because he said he wasn't going to run it first.
Because you popping all that stuff.
Yeah. But you got to think against quarterbacks that talk too much.
Yeah, and other things,
and other other things.
But
let's just say we just win with a certain mold. But I'm gonna keep moving on
You just like quarterbacks with a little more tan on them. Let's get to the point. You know what I'm saying?
To the NCAA aspect of it, like Rory said, coaches leave. They can come and go as they please for the most part. Players should be able to do the same exact thing. I understand they're gonna try to present it's like academics and this, that, and the third, but if I got a full ride at this school and I want to transfer to the other school and they got a full ride open for me, I should be able to go. It shouldn't be no.
Absolutely.
Only thing I can see is if you're going down, then I can see that because people might just drop down to be better as far as D1, D2, or one AA. But if you moving laterally from one big school to another, what's the difference? Unless you transfer in the middle of the year. There's no difference.
So I think
Lincoln Riley was scared. He didn't want Buddy to transfer in the conference.
Yeah, they said for competitive reasons. They specifically said they don't want to let him transfer for competitive reasons.
Yeah, because he's gonna play a little different when he come back to Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is with that, the difference between Lincoln Riley and Nick Saban flatfoot says, "I'm not letting nobody leave. You're not leaving. I don't care where you're going. It can be somebody in the SEC. It can be somebody in the WAC." Yeah. It doesn't matter where you're going. You're not committed.
You committed to me. The only way to get out of Alabama is to be a grad transfer
or die.
Yeah. Basically, but that sounds like the 50s.
There's only two ways out.
That sounds like death row.
It is.
That sounds like death row.
He Suge Knight out there.
Hey, y'all saw with Clemson. Y'all saw Clemson.
Basically,
y'all want to worry about y'all quarterback. I mean, y'all coach in the locker room dancing.
Hey man,
but yeah,
overall, Clemson lost my respect.
Overall, NCAA trash.
You got to listen to some of the stuff Dabo Swinney say, man. That man making almost $10 million a year. He had a statement a few years back saying that if the NCAA started paying players, he'd walk away from coaching. Trash.
That is trash.
Because you don't have control when the players are getting paid. You don't really got control like that.
No, you don't. That's like the league, bro. It's hard to tell a grown man that make more than you what to do.
This is facts.
That's like life. That's like life.
Yeah, that's life.
Can you say that to Bill Belichick? But Bill Belichick, let's talk about the GOAT one time. Bill Belichick only brings players in that's willing to listen.
That's true.
If you ain't if your ego ain't staying at the door, you won't be up there long.
Nah, he'll let you go regardless of how good you are.
Yep.
He was trying to get rid of Tom.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And he probably still would have made it to the playoffs. I don't know how far they go with Garoppolo.
Of course, they're in the AFC East.
But this ain't about the Patriots. Yeah. I'm sorry, I get off track sometimes when you talk about greatness.
This guy,
Coach Man voice, greatness.
We're not gonna talk about that guy. But
oh man,
over under. I'm taking all bets. Lose your money, win some money. Over under. Welcome to Over Under, where the fellas will give their choice of over or under based on the questions that they receive. What you got for us today, SB?
Okay, this week we got the over under. So basically, I'm gonna give you guys a couple happenings in sports, and then a miscellaneous one, and you tell me if it's over or under the number that I'm telling you is gonna happen. So Rams playing the Patriots this week. Over under. Will Brady be sacked twice in the Super Bowl?
I'll take the lead on that one. I would say over, but how many times would they be penalized for that?
Damn good one.
That's hey.
I'm going right after Kyle. I'm gonna say over. However, once you go over to number 2, take whatever's over back because there's gonna be penalties on it. And
I
they ain't
feel
gonna
like
count.
Cal just said that, but you know what? My bad. You
I
should've just
said I'm
with
going right
Cal
after
said.
him. I said
You
I'm
right.
going
Hey,
right after him.
I'm gonna say over as well. I don't think it's gonna be no more than 3, but he gonna get hit, and it ain't no question about that. One of them definitely gonna be called back because it's gonna be roughing the passer. That's 100%. But
You said the same thing Cal just said. Get on that nigga like you just got on
He
me.
didn't
Make
say
sure
the
you put the
same
beat.
thing, sir. But anyway, I'm gonna take the under, and the reason being, Brady's scary. He ain't holding on to the ball. They not gonna have time to get there. Now they're gonna get a couple hits, but the ball will be gone.
I give you that. I can give you that.
Yeah, that's a good point because, Brady hasn't been sacked all postseason, believe it or not.
That's crazy.
I believe it because the ball gone. He not holding on to the rock this
I
late
believe
year.
it.
He's 47. He don't want to get touched.
All right, next over under. Lakers. They got LeBron this year. They haven't made the playoffs in I don't know how many years now.
It's
About 15.
It's
Ask
been
the
too
Laker
many.
fans.
Nah, I think it was like
So
2011, 12, something like that.
Sheesh.
yikes.
I can't talk though, so I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah.
So in the last 5 years, it's taken an average about 45 games to make it into the Western Conference playoffs at the 8th seed. So over under, will the Lakers win at least 45 games this year?
What are they at right now?
They 25 and
20.
23.
Yeah.
So they done played 58 games?
Yeah.
So
Under.
they got about
How long
since
LeBron been
since
sitting?
Christmas. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going over on that. Lakers make the
I'm going
playoffs at the
under
8th seed.
45. Nah,
It's because you're a Kings fan.
They only got 30 games left. They got to win 20 of them. That's tough.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know.
back end of their schedule look kind of tough too.
I'm gonna say realistically, I'm gonna say they're gonna go over. It's not gonna be much over, but how the Western Conference set up right now, we did what? I think we the the 9th seed right now.
Y'all right at 9th. Y'all a
Yeah.
game back from 8th with
Yeah,
the
but I say,
Jazz.
but we 2 games out of 7th place. 1 game out of 7th place, and we 2 games out of the fifth seed. So everything is real compact between 4 and about 4 and 11. So once Brian come back, everything will kind of get situated. Rondo come back, and I think everything will come kind of gel back together. Because the beginning of the year we was playing okay. I think we got up to the 4th seed at one point throughout the season, but this injuries and just life kind of messing everybody up. So
Like,
That boy said life.
No,
somebody take a personal
hey,
break.
no, for real though. But yeah, I'm gonna say over 45, but maybe it ain't gonna be too many over 45. But we'll make the playoffs.
All right, let's see what we got here next.
They ain't just going to skip me, but it's cool.
Go.
Go Spurs, go. Go Spurs,
We
go.
all
That's
thought
all
you
we
answered
want to
that
talk
question,
about
but
anyway. Go Spurs, go.
Go
Back
ahead
to
to the next question,
football.
man. Ignore this fool.
The 2000s is when we saw pretty much the breakout of the Peyton Manning versus Brady. You sprinkle a little Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees in there. Over under, is Drew Brees the top 3 quarterback of the 2000s?
I would say yeah.
I don't know. That's gonna be
I think it's going to
top
be
3?
Brady, Breeze, and Peyton.
When
When you talk about numbers wise, they're all
what
at
do
the
you
top.
Yeah,
what do
I
you
go
throw?
So you have
Where you
Brees
throw
over Rodgers?
Roethlisberger at? Where you throw
Roethlisberger's
Roethlisberger at?
numbers were.
In
Just
jail
no,
where
but
he
seriously though,
belong.
Yeah.
Roethlisberger. if you just break him down, we won't really that great until AB start balling out. When we talk about passing wise, he's always won, but they were usually running teams. Whereas Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady always pretty much had decent years as far as statistically for themselves. They never really had like a fall off year. So that's why if you want to talk numbers, I would put Breeze there. But if you want to talk winning, I would have to put Big Ben there before him. But
So
I'm gonna
you
go numbers.
You got both of them over Aaron Rodgers though?
Aaron Rodgers to me didn't start until like late 2000, like what, like
Yeah,
9, 8.
I wouldn't
So I
count
don't
Rodgers.
count him.
Yeah, he was after you talking about 2000, like 2000 to 2010.
2000, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Rodgers in that.
Yeah, he got enough time in it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot, let me get Brady 1, Manning 2.
We ain't asked for no ranking.
We
Hey,
didn't ask for
hey,
rankings.
hey,
We
Roy,
just
go
said,
ahead, bro.
is he
Go
top
ahead.
3?
As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Tom Brady, Peyton
Lord have
Manning,
mercy, this fool.
and Brett Favre. I'll take Breeze at 4 though.
Okay.
Favre in the 2000s.
Yep,
Yeah, I mean,
he played deep into him.
yeah, he definitely did.
Most of his work
Yeah.
was done like in the late 90s.
Yeah.
Though.
Man, he was still putting up numbers
Most of his
though.
work.
Yeah, he was still working
But
even in the 2000s. I mean, everybody.
him and A-Rod kind of on the bubble
That's how I feel.
on both ends.
Breeze got a lot of stats. He's still only been in one Super
Him
Bowl.
and A-Rod.
That's true. I guess
Facts.
when you
But he
saying,
undefeated though.
but when you saying the top 3, are you just saying how it depends? Are you talking about overall, or are you talking stats, or are you talking record? Because if you saying top 3, I'm assuming you're talking overall.
Everything, whole
Absolutely.
body
Yeah.
of work.
So
Overall.
Breeze stats don't hold up with the cats that was actually winning out there. He got the stats, no doubt, but that don't
No
move
rings
them.
behind it.
That don't move you in front of somebody that also has good stats and was winning.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I brought up Roethlisberger, even though his stats they might not have been super crazy like 5,000 yards a season like Breeze is doing. He got the wins behind him. He got Super Bowl wins behind him that can off balance Drew Brees. But if you just go on basic stats, then of course Drew Brees he done thrown for 5,000 yards the past like 700 years.
Big
Yeah,
facts.
Abe Lincoln was what is that? His first game. Yeah. He's old.
So yeah,
But no, so we good on that.
Yeah, so the last over under, I mean, we just gonna cut to the chase. Does Donald Trump get impeached before he finishes 4 years of his presidential campaign?
I don't. Hey,
Over
Cut to the
under.
chase. That cut to
he gonna make it
everything.
out before. I don't think he'll get
Yeah.
impeached. At this point, it ain't.
Yeah.
It's going. It's gonna take.
Yeah.
It's
Under.
gonna
We
take
ain't
too
got but a year
long
and some
before
change.
they get into it. Like that process gonna take so long. He won't even be impeached by the time.
He'll resign before he's impeached.
I just say under anyway because he
Yeah.
beat every other case he
Bro,
getting hit
Buddy
with.
dodging just like Muhammad Ali. Like,
I think it's under because the
Yeah.
government not gonna be back running yet.
hey, for real though, they gonna still be. You can't impeach him when they shut down.
That's his plan.
Facts.
Man, I'm
Facts.
telling you, he think he's smart. He ain't fooling nobody.
We know the little secrets. Nah,
He
he ain't fooling them either.
everybody
They know
that
how.
They
work for
know.
him.
They know
They
how
be quitting
crazy
left
he
and right.
is. They know how crazy he is. But for the cats that don't want to lose their job, they don't say nothing. And then the folks that speak out, they the ones to get fired. So,
Facts.
Gandhi.
but we ain't gonna get too political. We can go ahead and hit that next topic.
That's y'all president though.
Yeah.
My bad.
What I tell you about that?
I felt like my
What
mama
did I
about to
tell you
All
about
right,
that?
so
What did I tell you about that?
So you've been quiet out in these streets for a little while. What's been going on with you, man?
This shit sound like an AA meeting.
Whoa. Hey, man, I was just asking how you was doing, man. But, since you kind of brought it up, man, you're getting a little older in the game. You've been here for a while. You're an older gentleman. And do you think it's time for you to stop rapping about lean and all the drug habits?
I didn't want to tell nobody I stopped drinking lean. I didn't want to tell because I felt like, damn, they're going to be like, oh, his music changed because he ain't drinking lean no more. Oh, I can hear it when he changing. It's just like, and people are like, damn, why you don't even say it?
I can't respect that logic at all. But, I mean, since you're off the codeine, since you're off the lean, what you been doing? You been drinking Sprite? Like, what flavor you been drinking? They got raspberry, they got all those other flavors. What you been drinking?
Just the regular one, original.
Okay, since you kicked the cup, what can we expect from your music? How does it sound, like sonically? Has anything changed? Just how is the album sounding?
Sensational.
All right, I can't give you any more to interview, but it will be dropped soon. So stay tuned to the podcast.
all right, so that was a little snippet of my exclusive interview with Future. As you hear, I don't really respect it. Said it to that man's face, sort of, kind of. So, how do y'all feel about the whole thing of Future? Saying, "Oh yeah, I was scared to say it. I want to lean because my music. They would have thought my music would have affected by it." How do y'all feel about that?
Go ahead, Rory.
Man, let me first off, for all you parents that's letting these hip hop artists raise your kids, shame on you.
Trash.
I don't
Shame.
care what Future's smoking, drinking, dancing to, whatever. You listen to the song, you dance a little bit, you vibe, and then you go about your day. Just because he drinking lean and want to die at 42, that does not mean we have to. But I do think he's a fake person because as a man, You can't be preaching to all these kids that don't know no better. You drinking lean, you smoking and all this, and then you come up and you afraid to tell them you stop. Just like you was advocating for it, you got to come back and let them know what's up.
So did y'all see where he actually said why he felt bad?
Yeah, because didn't he say something about people thinking his music won't
the
be good
reason
no more
why
because of that?
You know, Young Boy Juice WRLD, they got a mixtape together, and he said what really hit him is Juice WRLD was like, "Yo, you the reason why I tried lean when I was young," and Juice WRLD is still young.
Yeah, but so he ain't
So
old
we
now.
talking about this middle school. He said, "You the reason why I tried lean when I was in middle school." He said that hit him, and he was like, "Yo, I really at that point I realized I have depression." It took you that long?
Hey, listen.
Now.
No,
I can't respect that.
No,
The kids
not-
are going to try
He
to
might
lean
not
and
have never
stuff like
had that
regardless.
experience before, as
No.
far as it like seeing it directly.
no.
So I can see that.
Hear me out on this. We put all the famous cats. We put them on this high pedestal, but at the end of the day, they're still people. He just a regular cat, just like everybody else. And from everything that Future rapped about, talked about, he ain't got everything upstairs. He got that. He got some.
And he
mental
got some
issues
demons
going
he
on with
dealing
him
with.
upstairs. So we can't look at him and be like, "Well, you should do this. You supposed to do this." He the same person as the cat that's next to you. He just got more money. That's it. Mentally and inside, he effed up just like half of everybody else. So
blame Sierra.
Chill.
Yeah,
So trying to
He
put
threw too many moves on him.
so trying to put like
Her goodies.
Future's
That body party.
hey
I'm
hey,
telling
hey,
you.
y'all
making
going
promises.
She hit that lean like she did on that mic.
Listen, boy, up out of there. 2 minutes,
Lord
I'm
have
gone.
mercy.
Oh, y'all remember the ride? Y'all remember the
that's
ride
true.
video? Oh my God.
As people about to tell a story that's
Lord have
hey,
mercy.
we explicit. This
Hey,
podcast
PG,
explicit. Go ahead.
Oh no!
PG-13.
Time out!
Hit it with the Ric
I know it's supposed
Flair.
to be PG-13, but if Sierra, if she left me after I seen the stuff she did in that ride video, and she did it to me, I'd be sipping lean too.
Rapping about Molly and Hermes,
I mean, straight up.
For real, though. You
trying
ain't
to
lying.
get that vibe back. But
Yeah,
I mean, I understand what y'all saying, but at the same time, famous or not, at the end of the day, you got to realize that if you're in the spotlight, you have an impression on people, like it or not. Just like Charles Barkley back in that commercial, I'm not a role model.
Yeah.
You're not a role model, but at the same time, you still got to understand people are looking at you. So the way you act can affect people. So my thing is with him, I can't respect that. As far as like Roy said, as a man, you know you have this impression on people, and then you like, oh, I'm scared to say that I stopped. What if you say you stopped and it actually got people off of it? You got rappers dying every other month drinking lean or some sort of overdose of things you rap about, but you scared to come out? Come on now.
Cats ain't built right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what kind of boiled down. Like Roy said, bro, you got parents letting their kids get raised by rappers out here. I understand what Cal's saying, but in a degree, parents got to take responsibility for what they're doing, or in this case, what they're not doing. If your kid, if you growing up and you let outside of the cats that's growing up in the hood and they see lean, their parents do all that stuff and drugs, and that's just regular for them, that's a different situation. But the cats that's growing up good, and then they see Future doing lean, and they're like, oh, I want to try that. And you should have that built inside of your head that I know that's wrong. I know it's killing people, so I'm not gonna mess with that.
Hey, but kids are impressionable, raised right or not.
Kids are impressionable, but at the same time, it I don't know. I was brought up differently.
I was raised right. I never did nothing stupid, but at the same time, kids in general are they want to find
But
things.
I think we all
They're
do something
impressionable.
stupid. But how stupid can you be? Lean? Come on,
Especially
Hey, when you hear
at
it in all your favorite songs.
especially at that young of an age. Because even still, like when we were growing up, gangster rapping, or not like 90s gangster rap, but like 50 and all them guns, drugs,
That's
sex,
totally different.
all
though.
that stuff. We won't nobody trying to really get into that. Like we ain't see 50 going around with bulletproof vests on and toting guns and all that stuff.
But
And like, yo, I'm
that's
trying to do
different
that.
though.
How?
Well,
Because I don't have access to a gun like that.
Hey, Roy, chill.
Well, I tried.
Somebody get
all right,
told.
all right,
Hey,
all right.
Yeah, right. But no, honestly though, I feel like when you try to put like the gangster rap in there, it's different. You don't have access to guns like that. Like on average, you probably do now. But when we were coming
hey, somebody speak on this.
Shit. Bro, you can get a gun just as easy as you want to. Just like you
Thank
get
you.
drugs. It may be harder
but
in some
let's- all right,
situations to
let's
get
do this.
drugs than a gun.
let's do this. You get a gun. In your heart, are you really that person gonna go rob somebody?
It should be
Are
the
you
same
more-
thing with
are you-
drugs. What you mean?
Why would
Somebody-
you?
I feel
Why
like-
do you want to feel that way?
I feel like more people,
especially
will be
especially when you see cats dying. Like you see cats literally dying from ODing and stuff like that, and you still like, well, I still want to try this. I still want to pop
first
these
of all,
pills.
we talking about that same person who, if you're influenced by a rapper, you're gonna be influenced by a rapper either way. But at the end of the day, I feel like on average, more people will be more they'll be more willing to try a drug than try to rob somebody, shoot somebody.
You were looking for susceptible.
Yeah,
I don't know if I was looking for that.
It's too late in the day to be using big words like that. So
it really is. I had a long day.
After 8, we use 5 letters or less. Just in case y'all were wondering.
But
we all got educations, but it's just not our thing. So
hey,
like, no, honestly, that's just how I feel about that. I just feel like he had a responsibility.
Yeah, like I hear what you're saying, but it's just like playing the other side.
He dropped the ball, but you brought up a good point about the Barkley thing, bro. They not role models. Don't let your kids be raised by an athlete or a celebrity.
Raise your kids, but at the same time, I feel like if you at that point though, and if you're at that point when people are looking at you, you gotta know that people looking at you.
No, it's not even the fact they don't know.
There's a difference between. Yeah, go ahead, Q.
They know that the kids are looking at them. They know all of that. But one, some of them aren't good role models. Some of them aren't good people in general. So you can't tell somebody this effed up individual to try to be a role model for somebody's kids. Man, it don't work like that.
We're not saying be a role model. We said
Lil Wayne said
know your impression, man.
Yeah, but you're right. In essence, Lil Wayne said, and I quote, "Until the kids, drugs kill, and I'm promising that. But when I'm on the drugs, I don't have a problem with that." So
That's
Future
true.
probably had that same mindset.
Come on, Dion.
He on the drugs.
That was it.
Listen.
Okay.
That's a snippet. That's a snippet we're going to play.
That there, literally.
Somebody timestamped that. We snipping in that one.
And that summed it up perfectly.
Future only raised his own kids.
Hey, Russ doing that. Russ doing that.
Russ out there playing with that weed in front of the TV.
But losing playoff games.
Hey, sure. But
with the Hawaiian
and the glasses on the
and some cargo
on the top button.
Hey, sure. But hey,
with the keychain on the back pocket.
Hey, y'all seen the video? Y'all probably ain't on Twitter like that. My man Russell is pushing the little wagon with Sierra sitting in it. You got all these stocks talking about.
I seen it.
What I wish that was me.
No,
I want to. No, you don't.
Hey, hold on. Let's take a quick second for that. Every chick out here seeing Russ and Sierra talking about, oh, I wish I had a man like that. No, you don't. Russ is a cornball. None of y'all want cornballs.
No,
none of y'all. They want
the lean drinkers. They want
even not even pushing the lean drinkers. They want somebody. They don't want nobody like Russell Wilson. He is the epitome of what a cornball is.
He's an athletic Carlton.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't an athlete, he'd be somewhere watching anime.
That's it. Going.
Yeah, he probably
No, he is.
He probably
somewhere.
Hey, but shout out to his grandfather though. He got a building at NSU.
Time out.
There ain't nothing wrong. I'm not
SP watch anime.
Wrong,
time out.
You get the point. You get the point I'm trying to make. You get the.
So our viewers who watch anime, we do apologize.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
we do.
Hey, man, I'm trying to get
no, we don't.
They apologize. I don't apologize.
That's counted as
Roy
anime.
done a
You got a mustache.
That don't count.
That's why. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. I be tripping, bro.
So he got investigative skills and watch Dragon Ball Z. All because of the mustache.
He tried to promote himself right now. Chill out, bro. Go on.
Nevertheless, to the point I was making, none of these chicks really want that because they don't want to have to deal with that cornball. Like, come on now.
They don't want to deal with the backlash.
They dating cats like Russell Wilson. I ain't gonna say cornballs because some of these dudes out here is cornballs in general. Yeah. But like Russell Wilson type cats. Like you don't.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot of dudes out there that I would know.
You don't see that until you don't see that until chicks get older and they just don't care no more.
I was just about to say the Cougars out there now.
Yeah, that's different. Once you get this guy.
Shout out to mine.
Once the chicks get older, then they don't care. But these young chicks, 20 to 30, maybe 33, 34, 35, whatever, they don't want that. That's not what they about. So I don't know.
They want some sort of edge, man.
Hey, the craziest thing though, it'd be funny to me. Cats would be like, "Yeah, Russell Wilson from Virginia." I'm like, "No, he's not." But he really is from Virginia.
Yeah.
Bro,
really, he's from Richmond.
He's from Richmond.
Yeah.
His grandpa from
Richmond.
Yeah, he from there.
Yeah, he got a building at NSU.
Yeah.
Anything that ain't.
But he's not from the crib though.
But it don't matter.
No,
it don't matter.
no.
He ain't from the
Nah.
7-5. I don't care what y'all say.
Nah.
He from
If he
the
did,
7-5. He
if
would
he
act
did,
like
he
that.
went to
I'm
kick it to
telling
him.
you
Hey,
that now.
chill.
He went to tab. He went to tab.
No, hey, no. The kicker ten Warriors now ain't nothing like what
Oh,
we
I got
used to
called.
be. How they used to be when we was in school.
The nigga about
That's
7
it.
times in one game. I'm on the bottom of the pile. I'm on the bottom of the pile.
Hey,
Nigga,
it
I'm
ain't
beat you.
nothing.
I'm like, you already got me. Why are you still talking to me? But
Nah,
Yeah, it ain't nothing like that. It ain't nothing like
but
that.
at the end of the day, though, I mean, when it comes down to like women, they're looking for somebody with edge at this point. It's not a lot of women out here that's really looking for like a solid dude. Honestly, I wouldn't say a lot, but I'm just saying like the majority of these women out here who's posting about the man they want is not a solid guy.
Oh yeah, you already know.
That leads us to a topic for next week then. Who? Do we got any guest speakers that want to chime in? Please let us know.
as
in
in
we
the
were
in the
talking, I got
council
a DM.
page
DM.
DMs.
Hey, as we were talking, I got a DM from
Yes.
somebody that
Don't
wants
hop
to be
in
a
the
part.
personal
Stay
DMs.
away
Not
from
my
my
personal because I got a
DMs.
coupe.
Yeah,
Hey, you can have
My
it my
DM is
personal.
closed.
Not my
well,
personal. 'cause
y'all
I got
don't
a
hop
coupe.
in my
We just
personal
talked about it.
DMs, please.
If you look bad enough.
Oh man,
She gonna look at your pictures like,
SP like
you
a
ain't enough
blind,
age.
crippled, or crazy from 18 to 80.
Hey, chill.
He said blind, crippled, and
SP
crazy
said he
from
don't
18
He
discriminate.
don't
to
care.
80.
Literally, he don't care. He really
Hey,
don't
chill.
discriminate.
All right.
Oh,
Hey.
man. I knew this day would come.
Although we've come.
Hey,
All right,
Chill.
Q, let's go ahead and
And we have a tie ball game with 5 minutes left.
That ain't no problem. Huh? That ain't no problem.
Welcome to 5 minutes or less, where the fellas have 5 minutes or less to discuss the topic. What we talking about today, Q?
All right, so basically, welcome to Q's Corner. It's part of the show. It's towards the end where we talk about basically something that I wanted to talk about, but everybody else didn't feel like they had a need to talk about it. So,
Hey, at least you honest.
hey, basically, it didn't make the final roster for topics. So today we're gonna talk about Carmelo Anthony, and the catch to the segment is we got 5 minutes, as y'all heard in the intro, 5 minutes or less. So the catch is we're gonna have 5 minutes. Somebody have a clock rolling. And we're just going to go for 5 minutes until we go to the end of the segment. So, like I said, the topic today is Carmelo Anthony and his current NBA situation, basically. So, I personally think he needs to retire. I heard earlier today from a certain somebody that the league was holding him out. But realistically, he's definitely the hole in this situation because he don't have to sign these contracts. He can just retire. But he wants to continue to prove that I still got this, I still got that, when it's not the case, and then he don't want to take a less role at the same time. So that's my spill on it. Just go ahead and let him retire. He'll be all right.
All right, so with 4 minutes and 36 seconds left, I'm that somebody. Y'all gonna start treating my boy Melo like a hoe. Reason why I say that though, for real though, as far as Melo is, yes, he's stubborn about it, but the way teams are kind of just like, all right, this man done already signed with like 6 teams already, getting paid for 6 teams, and you just bouncing him around. Either just cut him and let him go, stop trading him. Like you trading him, you're not trading him for assets, so just let him go. So, like you said, he can either retire, but he's not gonna retire. You still paying him. So as a team, just drop him. Either way, you're still gonna pay him.
The whole
Right.
my point, he was the hoe in the situation. He signed in these deals.
I mean, not when you're getting traded, ain't
man, Melo
He
just
can't.
need to keep
Huh?
getting buckets.
he can't.
And nobody want
He
to
ain't
play
no
him.
team.
Don't nobody want to play him.
This shit hurts my heart.
He can't create for himself no more.
Bro, Melo
He
worth a solid 10 minutes a game.
Melo need to go to. Man, he need to go to a team like Memphis just so
See,
you know
nah,
he's getting in the game.
that's
So
what
he ain't got no
happened. All
choice
that
but to put up
cheating messed
60
up his
shots a game.
legs. Be faithful.
Allegedly.
What?
Allegedly.
Nah, he had that baby.
What?
Nah. She went to my school. He had that
Allegedly.
baby.
Hey, chill.
Allegedly.
I promise you.
Hey, black men don't cheat.
Man,
Even though he
Nah.
half Puerto Rican.
Hey,
so half of
he
him could
Puerto
cheat.
Rican.
She
That's what
cheated.
happened. Yeah, black
She
men
cheated.
don't
He can
cheat.
halfway cheat.
Yeah.
Black men don't cheat. Mixed dudes, I can't account for them.
she cheated.
Oh,
Mixed
she
dudes and
got
Jamaicans,
paid
I
to
can't
cheat.
account.
She cheated on TV.
She cheated. Man, no, not that. Ain't no way in the world somebody gonna tell me my wife tastes like cinnamon toast crunch.
Yo,
I don't
he
think
should
that.
have
Man, what?
fought KD. I'm sorry.
She cheated,
KG.
man. She cheated. on the spot. Ain't no wait till after the game. I'm taking that. Whatever.
First of all, I'm
fines
fighting
will
them just
happen
because that
on the
insult was
spot.
Like, you supposed to be this big, vicious, intimidating dude. You want to tell me my wife tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Man, if you don't come up with something better than that.
Hey, that ain't a bad flavor though.
I mean,
It ain't, though.
that's still disrespectful though.
Yeah, you got to send.
That's still
2
disrespectful though on so many levels.
234.
Oh, okay.
Man.
Your clock fast.
Say, hey, that's all I'm saying. I just if he retired, will he still get paid, or they just
He's
cut
still
that?
getting paid. Them
No,
contracts,
I'm
he get
saying
paid.
if he retires, does he still get the
Yeah,
money?
through the contracts.
Oh well, yeah,
NBA guaranteed.
Oh well, he need to retire. There's
So
no
he
need
can-
for him to be in the league right
He
now.
still wants to play, though.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, he'll still be
That's
balling
cool.
because he be having pickup games.
He can do all.
Speaking of which,
So
I'd like to say, I told y'all 2 years ago when y'all was all on the Hoodie Mellow wave, y'all was riding that train.
Nobody was actually
Tried to
on the
tell
Hoodie
you.
Mellow wave, man.
Well, Hoodie
Hey,
Hoodie
Kyle
Mello
a
was
beast on
killing though
2K,
in the summertime. In the summertime,
Oh, man. Dang, man. I did mold my player after Melo. That's probably, yeah, man. That's the reason I ain't playing. Melo ain't playing, so I ain't playing. Protest.
Straight up.
We just gonna use that. But but no, honestly, we got what 134 left. Anybody else got anything else? to
Man,
say about
y'all
Melo?
follow us on
2K
social
trash.
media, man.
yeah,
Council in the
definitely.
Clutch on Instagram. Council_in_the_clutch will be tagged on the page somewhere. Promoters, share us, like us, subscribe to us. Rock with you.
And on Twitter, it will be
there we go.
Council Clutch at Council Clutch
That's it.
on the Twitters.
Hey, and like we said, if you want to be a guest on next week's episode, you already know we leading into the whole relationship topic. Send a DM to the Council in the Clutch page. Not nobody personal unless it's
You know what I
SP.
mean?
You on your own.
SP_flow.
You're on
If
your
you're
own.
not leading, if you're not leading with your number, don't hit them up. And you got to pay for the first date.
And
Yeah.
damn sure don't send me your cash app.
And hey, yeah, that's what I was speaking of. I ain't gonna say no names, but to the person that was in the DMs asking for cash app, look, shorty, go ahead and shout out council in the Clutch. Then maybe we might go
Hey,
get some
well,
free
listen,
lunches
we
or
gonna
Yeah,
talk
something.
about
boy,
this.
But other than that,
She slid
I
in
don't
my
even have
DMs.
Cash App.
Shit.
Nah, listen.
hey,
Nah, we good.
hey.
I think I
wasn't even trying
responded
to out
properly.
you.
I
Out
Yeah,
asked
that was solid.
I
That was
asked her to
solid.
pay for my lunch. I wasn't giving her no money. I said, baby girl, she want me to pay for a 15-second video, something that's free. So I asked her for $50 so I could go to lunch.
Even trade, right?
Even trade. I'm not about. I don't want to see the video. She naked on her Instagram page. What I'm gonna pay for that for?
2-1, and we're done.
that
is perfect.
Ah, dang.
Nah, I'm about
I had one more.
Thanks for tuning in to another week of Counsel in the Clutch. Like I said before, and I'm going to always say in the future, if you don't rock with us, forget you and everybody that rock with you because you ain't us.